The other day, my buddy Danny called me up and he goes, "Dude, check it out. Found something on the side of the road. You gotta come pick it up." So I go and meet Danny, and at first I didn't really see what he was getting at, but it didn't take me long to realize the potential in this thing. So here we are. This is an evaporative cooler. Obviously somebody was tired of looking at it. I don't have any use for an evaporative cooler around here because with humidity it's kind of an issue with mold growth having these kind of things. For some reason I'm not exactly sure why these don't come with a motor. Doesn't really matter because I think there's going to be enough usable crap in here that I'm going to be able to make this work. Now we're in business. A buddy of mine gave me this treadmill for free because it wasn't working properly. And fortunately, the problems that it had didn't actually affect the motor or any of the electronics that drive the motor. So, all I really have to do is pull this pulley off of the motor and then we're in business. I've dealt with stubborn pulleys attached to motor shafts, so normally the impact and the puller worked just fine, so I didn't even get the 18 volt out, just settled with the 12 volt. But it didn't seem like the 12 volt was doing anything, so I had to step it up to the 18 volt, which also appeared to do nothing. Unfortunately, I really need this pulley to come off this shaft, so there's going to be no negotiating today. After a few different attempts to try to pull that pulley off of the shaft, it finally occurred to me, maybe it's not pressed onto the shaft. Maybe it's threaded onto the shaft. It would be like that, wouldn't it? I want to say that was bad luck, but I think that was probably my fault. Anyway, moving on. Although I don't consider it perfect to attach this pulley with a set screw directly onto a threaded shaft, the diameter is correct and the fit is actually pretty tight, so I think it's going to work out pretty well. So I just have to get the pulley set right and then tighten it down, and I think it'll be no problem. And obviously, once I try to set the motor inside of the brackets, the alignment is just not even close, so it's going to take a little bit of modification, but it shouldn't be anything too complicated. This is the pile of wiring that I removed from the factory wiring harness from the treadmill, which significantly cleans up our wiring here. It's not perfect, but it's certainly better than it was, and I'm not going to call it done, but I'm happy for now. The motor's kind of hanging off in space, but it's fairly tight, and it's held in by 1/4-20s, so I got rid of the vice grips that was holding it on before. And then the bracket, I didn't have to modify anything. I just removed the bracket here, flipped it 180 degrees, and put it in these other holes that were already here. So it lines up all right. It's not perfect, but it's gonna do for now. And then we have, this is our speed controller, just a linear potentiometer, and just give it a little bit of juice. And this thing gets cranking. Oh yeah, what a wonderful feeling. One of the sketchier things I've built in a while, but I sure do love it. It's going to be a nice addition to the strange garage. A free treadmill combined with a free evaporative cooler means this project, combined with random fasteners and electrical connectors, cost me less than $1 to make. So I am super happy with the price. I'm not trying to be an advocate for hoarding, and honestly, in general, I tend to prefer to throw things away than hold on to them. But that treadmill motor and the electronics, I knew I was going to be using them for something, I just didn't know what that something was going to be. So when the right project came along, the stars aligned and everything worked out, and I absolutely love this blower. It works out perfect for the garage, and it's even got its own little name, Blades of Glory. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks always for doing your part to help make this world a strange place.